everybody, welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm Andrew Cavanaugh. I want to say thank you for coming back to Cavanaugh's Corner. Today on the channel, we're going to be continuing our reviews of the Indiana Jones 4-movie collection here. Here is the good old Steelbook box set. And today is the second review in the series, so of course that means we're going to be talking about Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Definitely the darkest film in the franchise here, and I'm going to show you the artwork on the inside. So here is the internal artwork here, and I really love this one with he's got the big sword slash machete thing from near the end of the film when they're on the bridge, and it has the stones on the back as well, which is really, really nice. I really like that. And, you know, again, I had to wear my Trust Me t-shirt. I had to wear that today as well. I'm going to be continuing to wear my Indiana Jones attire for this. But yeah, this is the second film in the series here. And, well, this movie, I should say, definitely is not one of my favorites in the series. I get a kick out of a lot of the scenes in it. Especially the scene when the spikes come down and they're in that trap and Kate Capshaw has to reach in and pull the handle there to save their lives. You know, we are going to die. That scene is fantastic. But the movie as a whole, I enjoy it. But today we're really going to be talking about the picture quality, the new Dolby Vision HDR on this, the new 4K transfer, and the Dolby Atmos track. So first impressions here, I have to say, after watching the movie, this is yet another home run here. Just like Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom here is another one where they have improved the picture significantly. And I mean, it is a significant upgrade over the Blu-ray. They did not use any sort of digital noise reduction that I could tell. I didn't really get into this with my review of Raiders of the Lost Ark, but there is a fine grain throughout both of these films. And Temple of Doom really, really benefits from the higher resolution here. There were a lot of scenes that seemed to be very fuzzy in the older Blu-ray. That is not the case here. The entire movie has a very, like a crystal clear picture. It is beautiful to look at throughout. That fuzziness from the opening scenes to some of the other scenes in the movie, those are gone. Skin tones, I should say, all throughout look much more lively. They're not as blown out or as drawn out as they were before. Everything is really, really well-rounded on the picture on this one. Colors are much more vibrant due to that HDR in this. The Dolby Vision on this is fantastic yet again. Colors are way more vibrant in this. The opening scene especially is beautiful. That Bubsy Berkeley kind of dance number that opens this movie, which is such a strange way to open the film, but I get, you know, Steven Spielberg was trying to have a little fun here, and that opening scene now is just beautiful to look at. Again, you know, the HDR in this does a lot for this film, and this is definitely the darkest film in the series, but it's also kind of dark in terms of settings of scenes too. The scene I mentioned earlier where the spikes are coming down, the black levels all throughout this movie are so much better than they were before. And actually, to be honest with you, it actually enhances the viewing experience of this because now there are certain scenes where you can actually see what's going on. The very dimly lit scenes that take place where Indy is getting tortured and they make him drink the blood and he's brainwashed. Those scenes now are a lot easier to look at now. Some scenes where it was so washed out before, the black levels were so bad on that older Blu-ray that some of the scenes were just kind of hard to tell what was happening. And, you know, as a whole, you know, the movie really does, the whole movie really looks so much better now than it did before. That, you know, it's very much a better experience watching the film due to that. It just looks so much better. And honestly, because of that, I can see myself revisiting this movie more often than I probably would have before, due to the fact that now it's much better to look at. The movie looks better than ever. And on top of that, you know, this movie also does now have a new Dolby Atmos track. And the audio on this is yet again spectacular. They did a great job of mixing this now to the point where dialogue is crystal clear throughout, even in scenes where there's a lot of stuff going on. One scene in particular that really comes to mind is the scene where they are in the jungle camping out on the way to the palace, and Kate Capshaw's character Winnie is running from place to place, and she's getting scared by all these animals. She runs into a bat and all this stuff, and even though she's screaming her head off and running around like a nutcase, you can still hear everything that Indy and Short Round are saying to each other in the background. Whereas before you might have missed some of that. Everything is mixed so well that all the sound effects that are going on in that scene, and even the overheads are used for like atmospheric, like jungle and like animal sounds and stuff. It's really incredible that they were able to pull that off. A lot of other scenes, the minecart scene at the end, where they're racing through the mine and the bad guys are like shooting at them and fighting them and everything. There's sounds all around you now, and it really does make you feel like you're in that minecart with them and you're racing along like at 100 miles an hour through that environment. It's really impressive. And of course, the just unbelievable score by John Williams in this. Yet again, another home run by John Williams. His score just sounds so much better now than it ever did. It actually sounds a lot scarier too, because the scenes where that evil music comes up for the bad guys, that whole theme now is just so much more intense. The soundtrack here, that Dolby Atmos track, really does have a great low end, and the bass drums, that bum bum, that kind of sound. It's so much more effective now thanks to this new track. The movie as a whole is just really another home run by Paramount here. They did a fantastic job remastering this film in every sense of the word, just like they did with Raiders. But this one here is actually a little more special to me, because as much as I loved Raiders, I was not always a big fan of this film, but I can definitely see myself revisiting this more, simply because this new transfer just makes it so much more enjoyable to watch. Very rarely does that happen, but it's definitely the case with Temple of Doom here. I highly recommend you pick up this set just for the first two films alone. Again, just amazing work that they've done here, but my favorite film is yet to come, and that'll be next time on the channel here, so please stay tuned for that. Again, if you want to order this set, I'll leave a link in the description below so you can get it on Amazon. It might even be on sale right now, so definitely check out that link. If you do buy the set through that link, I do get a kickback here on the channel, so you'd be really helping me out big time if you use that link. So again, thank you so much for coming back to Cavanaugh's Corner. As always, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel below so I can keep bringing you content like this. Until next time, please stay safe and take it easy.